I love to break down mortgages because that's something I learned when I was 19, is how a mortgage worked. And being a builder, you get to do work for great customers. And we did a great job for a guy, and he sat me down as a 19-year-old, and the foreman was buying a house, and he explained to me how a mortgage worked, and he was out for $500K or whatever, and it was like a 6% interest rate, and I was like, oh sweet, like 6% over 30 years, that's all good. Like that's only like, you know, 36 grand.
Yeah.
And he said, nah, that's every year, boy. You know, and that just kind of clicked for me, and I was like, yeah, fuck this. You know, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy. So if you can put that in your household, that hey, if we just pay off a bit more of that principal every year, look, 15 years we won't have a mortgage.
Yeah,
you know, we'll have that. We'll have freedom, and we can go on holiday, and that's all delayed gratification, which is really hard to get your head around. Yeah.
It's funny because someone messaged me actually a few days ago, and kind of similar to your situation where they're living in a tiny house, and they sent me a video from inside it, and they were like more than happy, but they were, I think they were just taking on some debt, but then they'd just learnt about an offset mortgage and offsetting some of the mortgage so that they're paying less interest and then able to pay down the mortgage faster. And like that was their light bulb of, holy shit, this doesn't have to be 30 years. Like there's another way.
Yeah.
And you could almost see that part of the video was like, oh, if we, stay living like this for a bit longer, we're going to then have more left over. We can clear this mortgage faster. And then you could just see the difference of life that's then opened up by understanding that.
Yeah, exactly. And just that compounds, Like you start saving more money, and then you see the progress, and it makes it easier to read a book, pick up a book because you're getting progress. And it makes it easier to go to work because you're getting progress. Whereas, it's really hard when you're just paying your mortgage and you're like just paying your energy bills. It's really hard to build your momentum. And that comes back to younger guys. Like you can build your momentum when you're younger and have all these nest eggs and ready to go, rather than when you're 25, you've got nothing and you have to build that momentum again and start again. Yeah. So, yeah.
Understanding a mortgage at 19, how good. It's interesting, I think the marketing machine has convinced us that the goal is to own a home, which doesn't even mean which basically means have a mortgage.
Absolutely.
When I think the original concept around it was probably becoming mortgage free and owning your home so that you then have more chance of owning your life and your decisions and have more options. But as things have become more expensive and we've put more debt into the system, it's kind of, people have been hoodwinked to think that the goal is to just have a house or have it like, so that, or not pay a landlord is probably, and you see people quote that all the time, like I'd rather pay my own mortgage and stuff like that. But really, if you can get rid of paying rent or a mortgage, then your life's completely different. Yeah,
absolutely. And it just gives you that springboard to attack life with. Yeah.
So I think like often I'll say, and I think Mikey summed this up really well years ago. People were messaging and being like, what does this mean? And I'm like, it's pretty simple. But he said, the goal shouldn't be to have a mortgage for 30 years. Your goal should be to basically own your own home.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I just don't think, like the marketing machine's done so well to, like the goal is to have your own home.
Yeah.
And don't worry about all the costs and stuff that go out. Now we need to figure out how do we pay this bitch down.
Absolutely.
Not have the debt.
Yeah, and you see it on Facebook when like a lot of people my age are starting to get into their houses, and it's like this big celebration, like you've got a house, like incredible. But in reality, they've probably got a 10% deposit down. They're paying the insurance for the loan, and they've got a lot of debt out, and that's and it's scary to me. That kind of scared me a lot to be like, okay, sweet, so I'm 27 in 30 years. Oh shit, like that's a lot of my life gone, and just ticking over a mortgage. And when you get out in the world and you meet these people and that's what they've been doing for their whole lives, they pay off their mortgage and they'll go on a holiday, and I was like, that's not for me. I want to work hard. I want to take risk, and that's how I get ahead, and obviously learn that.
Good on you.